So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Hi there, welcome to another edition of Bust the Net. I hope you made some great resolutions for 2016. I certainly have. And my Torino side are still going strong. Okay, we may have lost that cup game to Milan, but as you can see, we got our way back with them. This was a game that, after losing to Milan in the cup, I wanted to make sure that we had every chance of winning this game. We picked up one yellow card very early in the game, forcing me to tell Baselli to take it easy throughout the match. And then Benassi, who's just playing beside him, got booked in the 49th minute. We managed to get an early goal from Bruno Perez. We played a counter-attacking game throughout the match. And although we lost Benassi in the 62nd minute, which was, he didn't take long to get sent off actually. We locked ourselves up defensively. And if you look at the stats, I was pretty happy with our performance. We have 5 shots on target out of a possible 9, which is a really good conversion rate, in my opinion. You should not be, you shouldn't be looking at, I had like 30 shots on goal and why didn't I score? Just look at Milan. They had 18 shots on goal, only 5 on target. We had 5 on target as well. They had 2 clear-cut chances. Now, clear-cut chances can be a bit iffy in this game, so I would really just spend most of the time looking at highlights and key highlights to see what constitutes a real clear-cut chance. In terms of our overall performance as a team, you can see that our fullbacks and defenders all played well. So that's the first sign that I know that we are playing pretty well at the back. We lost Benassi to a red card, but we still managed to hold out. What did I do in this game when I lost Benassi to a red card? If you look at my formation, if I lose any one of these players, right, I will actually take this guy off. I will take the deep lying forward off, and then I'll just go back to having a 3 in midfield, because these guys are just going to run into the box, and I just, I'm hoping that something will happen. So we just went total, defensive mode against them, and we walked away with all 3 points. We're about to start our next game. Okay, so Juventus. Okay, look. Okay, so I'll just clear all this. Alright, so we're going to play defensive against Juventus. The D-line, I'm not going to change it. We're going to go structured. Get stuck in. We're going to play a defense, whipped crosses, and run at defense. That's my setup for them. Okay, this guy is going to be, they will stay on attack mode because hopefully we can get the balls to them. Support. Alright, title credentials about to be tested away to Juventus. What can the boys do? Here we have a 4-3-1-2. Juventus are gonna come down their left flank pretty hard, so our defenders have to watch out. We're playing a defensive game. Let's see how this pans out. Martinez reads the bad pass, picks it up, works himself inside. Pritchik out wide to Danilo Avila. Nicely done. Okay. Alright. Okay, the first 4 minutes and I'm a bit happy. Oh, I'm still having possession. That's good. Our defensive system so far looks like it's okay. Bruno Perez, Pritchik again, crosses it to Martinez. Martinez scores! Yes! Torino are ahead. Ooh. What a start. Pritchik with a brilliant cross to find Martinez, who is free to score. Juventus now with the chance to work something from a set piece. Martinez picks it up. He's going to be free. He's running out. Sandro comes in. Martinez works magic. Ooh, he was too fast for our players. This is a good start from Torino. Daniel Baselli picks up a yellow card. Please don't pick up too many cards. Another card goes out. This time to Giorgio Chiellini. Pelotti picks up the pass. Free kick to Torino. Sami Khedira, he keeps his cards in the pocket. The boys are doing pretty well at the moment. We're still playing with these shouts. We're going to make one slight change to the shouts. I'm going to ask them to prevent short goalkeeper distribution, which I possibly don't even need to use that, because prevent short goalkeeper distribution implies that you're going to have players, high up the pitch to do that. But I'm playing a defensive system, so my players are already quite deep. So they probably won't be able to do that anyway. So Priema now with the free kick, he plays it to Danilo Avila, who's having a really good game. Plays it back to Baselli, who's already on a yellow card. Baselli takes a shot, it hits the upright. Ooh, and it hits the crossbar and they just clear the ball. Ooh, Baselli. Let's look at the formations that they have on the pitch. That's our 4-3-3 against that 4-3-1-2. Now, this is what I'm worried about. Alexandro on the left flank. There he is over there. He is in a pretty attacking position. I could swap out and encourage my right side to attack a bit more on that side, because he will be leaving acres of space behind. This is the first time we are actually using a defensive system. We usually use a counter-attacking system, but I never start a game. I've yet to start any game with a defensive system. This is actually the first time I have done that. So the boys are just, accomplished at it, I guess, at the moment. Okay, I'm going to make sure that Baselli doesn't get himself into trouble. Let's have a little chat with the boy. Calmly tell them that I'm pleased with the way they're playing, and then I'll tell Baselli not to pick another card. Okay, then we go, because I don't really trust my own player sometimes, so Baselli is going to be told to ease off on tackles. Now, Baselli is a really important player in my side. I need him to be playing well. His passing is 14, his off the ball running is only 12, so he's an average player, but he plays pretty well. Yes, you can see in the Serie A, he's played 14 games, has had 5 assists, and has scored 2 goals already. He tends to pick up 3 cards quite regularly, and his average rating is already 7.56. So if I need to move him, take him off, then I only really have this guy who I can bring in. His passing is 13, his tackling is 16, so I could bring Ghazi in instead of Baselli. So that's my plan. But we're still early. Manuel Pucciarelli is also a good player that I can turn to if I need to bring these guys on. But he's really an attacking midfielder. I brought this player in because eventually I'm going to start playing with a man in the middle in attack. So our players are doing decently so far, and we will keep this going. All right, so start the second half. Martinez comes inside Baselli to Avila. So this is the flank I'm worried about, our right flank. And you can see Juventus are really, trying their best to get something from this game. Again, 3 shots on target, 14 out of a possible 14 for Juventus. That's not very good conversion rate. Prišček can't play the ball. Bruno Perez comes inside, picks the loose ball up. Aqua now with the ball will find Prišček. No, thank you. Bruno Perez. Back to Aqua. Finds Baselli. Baselli has options to the left. It's brought down by Machiso. Avila Avila cannot afford to lose the ball there. Crosses, Belotti, ooh, and I thought that was going to be a goal. Oh. Buffon fumbles. Oh, Pritchett is in the box. He finds Belotti. What can Belotti do? Oh, shoots. Oh, the Juventus defense is a mess. Baselli with the corner. I've never scored from a corner, so I'm not getting excited about it. Okay, boys. 75 minutes in. Now is the time to look at my player ratings. I'll take a pause. Torino stats. Okay. How's Baselli doing? 6.6. So I think I'll just take him off anyway. Because he's already on a yellow card. And it's use. I need somebody there in there as well, winning the balls. So doing tackles and stuff. And I'll tell him not to use off tackles. Alright, so Ghazi's coming on for Baselli. You can see they have 5 shots out of 19. Alright, we have had 4 shots out of 14. So we created 2 clear-cut chances, but I kind of like our conversion in the first half, so I'm still quite happy with how we are playing, and we are going to take all 3 points. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on, Torino. Last-ditch attack from Juventus now, and there isn't enough time. It's a priceless result for Torino. They come to Turin and they walk away with all 3 points. This is a result. A defensive system set up for them. I'm still using the same Ajax system that I call it Ajax 4-3-3. It's the same 4-3-3 I've used for the last few games. Avila will now be suspended for the next game because he's picked up a yellow card. So what did I do different? Did I do anything different in this? Okay, look at my instructions. I cleared the plate before I started playing so that it doesn't, sometimes I tend to make some small changes here and there. They can mix things up. And we played a defensive system. The defensive line wasn't changed from the default. The only different things I did was I told my players to get stuck in, because in a defensive system, I believe that you should be telling your own defenders to get stuck in because they're already so close to goal. So if they don't do a tackle, then when are they going to tackle? And I told my players to play out of defense to keep possession. That would encourage my players to move the ball around. I also told them to run a defense. Reason is very clear. These guys are all on attack. These two are on attack, so when the ball goes out to them, these guys are going to try and create problems for the opposing side, because I don't really have a lot of outlets. And that actually worked. I sound surprised. Actually, I am, because it's the first time I've got a defensive system done. In a very strong position at the start of the year. We're 46 points now. We're 11 points clear of Juventus. And we're just pulling ahead of the rest of the competition. We have yet to lose a game. We may not have... if you look at the player of the match, none of them are my players, right? Look, goals, none of them are my players. Average ratings, none of them are my players. So we are like the bus boys in the parade. So if you want to set any system up, you can actually play. Lately I've been talking about the super system. Yes, I believe that you can play one entire season with one tactic. Okay, I'm changing tactics with Torino. That's largely due to the fact that I've got people asking me questions. Otherwise, I'd have just stayed on one tactic. With Torino, we've been playing the same system the whole season. The only thing I do that is different is this. I change instructions. I go defensive or counter. Yeah, I know people seem to have this hang up about this familiarity. I mean, everybody seems to say, I want my familiarity to be maxed out. I'm like, okay, cool. It's great that it's, maxed out, but it's not the end of the world. If your setup is logical and it's solid, then you shouldn't have any problems. So don't worry too much about your familiarity. It gets better, but it's not a game changer. What is a game changer is how you set your system up. Okay, here in my 4-3-3, it's pretty balanced. I know that in some games I have to turn this inside forward to support so that he gives us link play. In some games, I change this guy to attack. Why? Because I need the space here to be controlled. Sometimes it's not controlled. Other times, I may even lock this guy down and tell my fullback to be on defense if I suddenly discover that, we're getting overrun on these flanks. A lot of what you need to do is pretty straightforward. You just have to look at the 2D screen and adjust accordingly. What you need to look out for, the first thing, is that defensive line, knowing whether you are too high or too low and what you need to do. So whatever system you use, as long as it's set up logically, you shouldn't have a problem. Here, I have inside forwards are going to go launching into attack because these guys are just going to play structured. See? Structured. What does that mean? A structured team shape basically tells players to concentrate on their phases. The quality of your team does not determine your team shape. All right? Now, it's how you want to play. In my case here, I want my guys I need some players to be always looking for that chance to attack. So I play structured. Now, if I wanted to have an system where I wanted everybody to, yes, go in and work together as a team or attack as a team, then maybe I'll use fluid, which I've done with my 4-3-1-2. So there is no hard and fast rule that a certain team has to use a certain system. What you need to take away from all of this is pretty simple. Okay, you can use one tactic the whole season long. Okay, the only thing you need to worry about is this: whether I want to go defensive, counter, standard, control, attacking, or even overload. I haven't used overload, I haven't used contain yet. And you need to have a balance in your system, and you need to know when to change what. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's edition of Bust the Net. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. You can always drop me a note here. You can find me on Twitter. You can go to addicted2fm.com, drop me a note there. I always love to hear what people have to say, and if they have any questions or queries or something that's really confusing them, if I have time, I'll try and cover it in the next show. Till the next show, so long, and have a good one. Bye.